It's almost like I'm being invited into a world. I feel like I'm pulled into a space, an experience.
I think people try and put borders to gamelan, to music, and there should not be any borders. Music is music, and that's what we are championing.
It's like, oh my God, again, this is another journey. First, you brought me on a journey of meeting old friends, rekindling old passions, and the second show was like, let's traverse the world kind of thing. So let's see Morocco, all that tarbus thingy going on. I thought that was awesome. So yeah.
You're invited. Rhythm in Bronze invite you to go here and feel this, think about that, look at that. And little by little, you leave reality behind. And you engage with this thing, and before you know it, the show's over.
But I feel like because of how RIB approaches their performance and their songwriting and the show itself, it's a complete different experience. They're much more than a gamelan. To be technically good at what you do is one thing, but to reach a point where you've gone past it and you're able to emote what you're playing is always very impressive. I'm always blown away by the level of technical skill that you guys have when you play. And that's one thing, but also the fact that most of the players, most of the players that I've seen have surpassed that.
Once you enjoy the music and enjoy playing, I think the audience sees it as something natural and not a put-on thing. So for basically, I think most of us, it's playing the music.
For me, it's nothing short of spectacular. The amount of care taken for the production values, the overall mood. I'll never forget walking into a hall, and from the moment you walk in, and I was with a friend, or and we were talking, and you walk in, and immediately you're arrested because there's something going on. Performance has already begun. And from that moment, right until the very end of the last piece, the power and the commitment and the focus of the individuals, just, you're there in the palm of Rhythm in Bronze's hand, and they take you where they want to. And I just think that's superb.
I'm always very proud of actually showcasing the gamelan to our audiences, because a lot of times we get people who have this misconceptions about the gamelan being boring, being ceremonial or official music, and then they come to our concert, and then you can actually sense some of them a little bit of discomfort, and some of them are leaning forward and actually feeling the music and feeling excited that, wait a minute, this is not gamelan as I know it. So I feel very proud that we can have that effect on our audiences.
There's something about RIB and the ability of it to come together and produce that sound, and not just that sound, that experience for the audience. Do you know, sometimes when you watch performances and you think, oh, I wish I was part of that. And I think the audience gets that because of the energy. And that's part of the enjoyment of the show. And the thing about music and movement, which is what we put together, and the storytelling, which we also put together, is that it really transcends language and geographical boundaries. It's something that anyone from any culture using any language can appreciate, yet at the same time it has that Malaysian flavor. So it can introduce people into the Malaysian culture in a very accessible way, because it's modern, yet it's still rooted in the traditional and historical context.
Long since you were away.
First and foremost, I never believed that gamelan can be done this way. So my first word of advice, if you may, go and watch it. Go and experience it, you know. Let those pieces of brass instruments touch your heart, you know. I'm sure once they see it, you're hooked. It's Malaysian, it's Asian, it's modern, you know. It's what Malaysia is being about. So yeah.
I think if there's anyone out there who's actually looking to support the local performing arts, I think that Rhythm in Bronze is actually a worthwhile group to get involved with, because all of us are really passionate about the gamelan, about an instrument that we did not exactly grow up playing, but fell upon by accident along the way and fell in love with.
A very, very special, dedicated, hardworking group of people who produce artistic content of the highest value. Malaysia should be proud, and they deserve to go all the way.